Hello there, welcome to this AV2 HD video where we're basically showing a recording of one of our games. Basically we've got this idea that we're pretty amateur, but we wanted to watch our games back, have a look at them, see how we're getting on, see ways that we can improve really. Um, so if we get going then. Um, so I'm playing as Derek Rose in the blue up here as Mayans, and Dan, my co-commentator, is playing
Hello.
as Mongols and is Kirk Van Houten. Did I
Kirk
get
Van
that?
Houten. Yes, that's right.
I got it right this time. Okay.
Well done.
And then over here we've got the Byzantines, Iceman at MX. Um, and then at the bottom in the orange, which is really, really annoying because you can't really see them on the minimap, is the Goths player Russian Rocket.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's. I guess we'll start off by taking a look at the maps. Um, we'll start with yours.
yeah, start with mine. Okay, so
To the north of the map.
to the north of the map we have a lot of gold and a lot of stone very close to each other, but it's
Yeah.
fairly easy to wall off.
Messy. Yeah, it's wallable. You know, when in doubt, wall.
Yeah,
As a man once said, probably.
okay. Anyone but the Viper said probably, but there we go.
Yeah,
And then, like, my wood's fine.
that's
As
good
many
to
a
know.
person has said to
What
me, my
about
wood
what?
is fine.
Excellent. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, looking at your map, it's like it's pretty good. It's like your your wood's safe. Like no one can touch your wood. And
so childish.
if you wanted to wall, if you felt like you needed to wall, it's something you could do without too much hassle.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, not so bad. Your bore are kind of pretty close together.
yeah, pretty nice.
So we
I do
take a
have a little thing about having boar in front of the map, just in case someone, like, in front of my TC,
yeah. I
just
get
in
every
case
now and
someone
then it's
steals
like
it. But
just as your scout. No, not even if they steal it. Sometimes just as your scout, just as you're kind of luring it in, their scout will appear and they'll block it off and stop you
yeah.
from taking it at all, which I do
Also,
to people
I've not
sometimes.
found it yet. I'm just looking at
I've
my
not
fog
found
of
it.
war, and I've not found my boar. Anyway, right. So let's have a look at your map, shall we?
Yes,
So to the southeast of the map, we have. See, I even remembered where it was then. We have Dan, who is playing as Kirk,
Kirk Van
and
Houten. That's my name.
just putting down his lumber camp now. Um, please tell
So
me
yeah,
that's
I
right
was.
and the times match up, please.
Yeah, it
Good.
is.
Okay.
I generally I was pretty happy with my map. Well, it's not amazing, but I've had a lot worse. Because that gold is kind of forward, but
Let's have a look.
it's
Yeah.
not too bad. I mean, my wood's safe. Like I can do a little wall off there if I need to kind of stop any scouts running in. I've got a really nice deer patch just to the south of my base. There's
Yeah.
7 deer altogether, which I didn't actually take until I don't think I actually took.
I did just look at
until
that.
this
That
game.
is a brilliant deer patch right there.
That is
You
fantastic.
can wall off there and take that if you really want.
I've won the deer lottery.
As,
As
as we say, oh, your villager getting caught on that boar a bit there.
yeah, that happened. Um, so yeah, generally it's a pretty good map. I mean,
Pretty
my
wallable.
that second goal, there's a gold patch to the north of my base behind the tree line, which is a bit dodgy. Like you can't really put a TC there.
Yeah, but for Arabia, it's pretty wallable. Both of our maps are pretty decent for Arabia. One of the reasons we like playing Arabia is because it is such an open map.
Yeah, nice and open. Not too open, but open enough. I mean, okay, should we move on to
Yeah, can I just point out
oranges?
something?
Go for it.
Speaking of improving, your scout is so idle.
I know. What I've just noticed that he's just
He's
chilling out in the
frying.
woods.
I'm just like hammering down the hotkey to your scout, and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at the green player, Iceman MX, who we may have had some personal bad blood with, is fair to say.
Yeah, there's
Played
a
a few
bit of
games
beef going on
before.
in the chat.
Bit of beef in chat. I played a one-on-one after this with him.
But to be
Uh,
honest, I think that's a good thing in a game.
Definitely.
Gives it more kind of I don't know more meaning to the
If
game.
anyone watches any of the old Viper Tim games where they hate each other and they're like swearing at each other in the chat, they're just the best games. They really are. Like they hate each other, and it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, it's just more. Yeah, it's just a bit more to it. I mean, looking at his map now, actually, it's pretty nasty.
That gold is horrible. Like it's almost in my base.
Yeah, I think his gold technically, geographically, could be yours as well. Looking at
I think I've got more of a claim to that gold
it,
than the Argentines have to the Falklands. I think
yeah,
that's fair to say.
I think that's fair to say. I mean, you could probably it might even be more efficient for you to go and take his gold instead rather than yours. That's how bad it is. But and his stone is right next to it as well, which is just messy.
His wood isn't bad though. He can wall up
Yeah,
it,
I
right?
mean, everyone's got good wood on this game, pretty much. Well, Orange doesn't. Having a quick look at him, but we'll get to him in a bit. Yeah, I mean, Green, he's loving life. He's probably freaking out a bit about his gold, but I'm sure he's got a plan up his sleeve.
I'm sure. Right, and then if we have a look at
Oh.
the,
Is he going to lose his villager to the ball? I don't think he is actually.
I think he's fine. Right, if we have a look at the orange player, his map, and all them idle villagers. Well, for a second, I might even. There we go. Okay. Well, his map isn't great, is it? Look how far his wood is from his TC that he's taken up there. But then,
Yeah, that's a disgrace.
why is he taking that wood? And why has he got 4 villages on wood? This guy doesn't have a build order.
So like build orders sometimes, like some people just like to vibe it, just see what happens. Which I doubt. I don't think you'll ever hear the Viper say as a good way of doing it. But
I just vibed my build order, just went with it. Whatever
so
I
how
felt
did
like.
you win War is Coming, Viper? Oh, just kind of just made it up as I went along. Really, I doubt you'll ever hear him say that. But this guy's got other ideas.
I thought, well, the thing about Jordan is he's always going to have a solid build order that's the same every time. Me, I like to have a sheep here, bit of stone here.
Why not? Bit of if you look at his gold, it is. I feel a bit sick looking at his gold. Not only is it forward, but you can't really put. It's so open. There's
That
no.
is
You
like
can't really put a town centre there.
Didier Drogba in the 2009 Champions League semi-final there, shouting, "It's a fucking disgrace." That gold is just not good. Like,
Yeah,
you can't really TC it, can you?
I mean, yeah, that's not good at all. I mean, no, not at all. I mean, looking at his map, that was the first thing that jumped out to me. Was like, right, he's Goths. His gold is a disgrace. I've got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just running my scouting past the TC. That's not good.
That's never good. I mean, I ran my scout literally under his town centre. I don't know what it is about me when I play.
Yeah, sorry, you are. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. That's not good.
I don't know what it is when I play Arabia. It happens literally every single game. I'll randomly click off into the distance and go back to micro in my eco, and
Yeah.
without fail, I will have clicked directly underneath the town centre of the enemy, and I'll click back and I'll just see my scout just chilling underneath the town centre, just hanging out with the enemy's villagers, and it
Just
usually
hanging out. That looks like a nice ball. Can I have a bit?
yeah. Let me get in on that.
Right, shall we have a look at the sort of things we're going for? So, I'm Mayans, and first thing is I'm walling up. 'Cause
Yeah, we can see your walls.
I've got such a nice, easy wall up. But also, we played Iceman before, and he basically just walled up and fast imped. And it was really
Well, he
annoying.
is Byzantine, so
Yeah.
what do you expect?
So, solid start there from you. Good to see you reporting in.
Yeah,
Um,
of course. Can I say what time are you on now?
I am on 8:50.
Yeah, I'm bang on. We're all good.
Oh,
So yeah,
I
so
think
you're
I'm a
walling
couple
up.
of seconds behind actually, but that's fine. It's not.
So you're walling up. You've just clicked up. You've literally just clicked up,
Yeah, pretty much.
and you're sticking loads of guys on wood.
Yeah, as I like to do. So basically, my build order is such that I'm Mayan, so I'm either going archers or skirms or both in feudal.
Yeah.
I've decided at this point I am going for feudal aggression, although my scout is quite idle. And
Yeah.
I'm sticking a house there for scouting, I believe. I just wanted to know what he was doing, because I was expecting some sort of wacky strategy from This
Oh, is
green
that
guy over
your
here.
the house that's kind of like
Yeah,
outside of your base? Yeah, I guess that's not too bad of an idea, just to give you a bit more vision.
yeah,
Because if he is going to come into your base, he's going to have to walk past that house because you have walled everywhere
yeah,
else. So
exactly.
it's only
Um,
logical.
yeah, so basically, I've gone really heavy on wood because I'm gonna straight away try and get archers out as soon as possible. I've decided that I've not got any deer that I can take as well, so I want farms as quick as possible. Um,
Yeah,
I only need to put 3 on gold as well with mines, which is quite nice because they're cheaper. I can still keep up the production for a little while, um, and think about not having too bad of a castle time. But that is one thing that I keep saying that I need to work on, is sort of my castle time after feudal aggression.
yeah. Because obviously you want the whole point of a feudal rush is to kind of screw your enemy over a bit. But at the same time, if you're not microing your eco perfectly, you're risking screwing yourself more than you're actually screwing your enemy.
Exactly.
So like, yeah. If you want a good castle time, you've got to look at your eco as well.
Right, as you click up, should we have a look at your map and what you're doing?
Yeah, so
So,
I'm going for feudal aggression too. Um, yeah, barracks has come up. I'm getting that stable out. I've where I'm definitely taking deer. Yeah, I've put a forward mill. I think I for some reason I must have scouted that deer patch, but for some reason I'm taking the bunch of free deer first because why not?
I'm just having a look. So,
So
you
you just,
loomed after you get to feudal as well. That is
yeah,
risque.
yeah, but the way I see it is what was my feudal time then? It was like 10:25 or something
Yeah.
like that. No one's rushing me
Unless you're
before then.
playing an Aztecs player or like a Goth player and you think they might drush.
Yeah, but I
Then
realised that this guy probably had his finger up his arse.
this level of AV, yeah. Um,
He was not
you've
joshing.
got 4 villagers on deer, which is the right amount on one deer.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Although some say with Mongols you can just do 3 and
Yeah,
it's efficient
yeah,
in, as
but
well, but they do get that faster gathering time. But yeah, I've always done 4.
yeah, 4.
And that stable's coming up. One thing I need to work on definitely is when I get to feudal, I can get to feudal quickly. Like I feudaled in like 9:30 before. It's like I can do it, but it's just a case of having the food to pump those scouts out straight away. I didn't do too badly at it in this
Yeah.
game.
I think you
But
need to, because I always seem to have the food. I just hammer villagers, more villagers onto berries, so I've got that food to come straight out.
yeah,
Basically, if you look
that's
at how
understand.
many villagers, it's a bit late now. But when I click up, I normally have quite a few villagers on berries for a little while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So basically, I'm going for scouts. The scouts are coming out. I've just been back to Orange's base just to scout
Yeah,
his
I'm just
good
viewing
line.
from your scouting point of view here. You can clearly see that he's got this forward gold, which is really easy to harass.
Yeah,
Then
that's literally my first port of call is screw that gold. And
And then you've also got this wood over here, which is on a hill, so it's horrible for him. I don't know
yeah,
why he's put it there. Clearly poor scouting. I want to view his scouting point of view. Um,
although he does put up another lumber camp near his gold.
he's literally just put that up, hasn't he? Or he's
Yeah,
just putting that up now.
yeah.
So that's alright. But he should have
So the
done... But
scout. So my scouts are coming in now. But yeah, he could have done better with that wood. He should have gone for that wood line first, to
he
be
can
honest,
see
or the
your
one by his
scouts as
berries.
well, but there's not a lot he can do about it at this point.
Yeah, he's already bringing those villagers from wood back onto his.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if we have a look at this scout rush, while those scouts go in, I'm going to just have a very quick look at what I'm doing over here. So I've got double rangers up and I'm pumping out archers, basically.
yeah,
Because I've got so many villagers on
textbook stuff.
wood, that is possible. Right, here we go, scouts coming in. You need to be aggressive with those scouts straight away. You've just sat them there for a second.
Yeah, I noticed that. So yeah, he's brought his scout in to try and defend, but I think he's actually got a hill advantage on me. So I should have moved that, but I've brought my other scout in to finish him off.
Yeah.
My scout escapes with 1 HP. And yeah, I've basically just killed all of the villagers that were on gold and now moving into his wood line. And at this point now, you'll notice I'm bringing in
I
4
think you might be
villagers because I'm going
a
to tower
couple
up.
of seconds in front of me because he's only just bought in his scout now.
I'll just pause for a few. Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
pause for a few seconds.
Okay, what time are you on?
I'm on 14:38, and I'm just let me know when I'm attacking his lumber camp.
Yeah,
with
no
my
worries.
scout. And you
Okay.
should see I'm bringing 4 villagers over because I've noticed really I realised that gold how important that gold is.
Yeah.
So I need to do something about it. So I bring villagers forward just to kind of so if he
Okay,
gets
yeah, if you want to
spears
press
out.
replay now, pretty much. Um, yeah, you've completely slowed him down. This is the thing. With a scout rush, you're not necessarily going to destroy the person in a
Yeah,
few seconds, and it's going to be GG, but you're going to slow them down.
yeah. So you can see here, I'm bringing those villagers in to wall up his gold. I do also successfully manage a new technique that I'm trying out, which is called walling your villagers in when you wall his gold up. I think I managed to
Wow,
wall 2 villagers in. That's just me not paying attention.
that
I,
is, um,
it's a new
yeah.
meta technique that a few of us AOE pros are trying out. You'll see everyone doing it soon.
Just keeping those villagers in a safe place.
Yeah, just keeping them
Uh,
behind the wall, just as
Brilliant.
like a threat.
I see you're
Um,
just destroying these villagers on berries. They're all dead.
yeah,
Um, it's a shame you didn't scout the villagers on deer, because you could
yeah,
have really harassed that deer. But you've walled up his main gold, which is horrible for anyone to contend with.
yeah. That's like the worst thing is when you
Oh, spears coming in.
you survive a rush, and and then you go back to your gold, and there's a wall around it.
Right,
That's just like such a pain in the ass.
there looks like there's movement at the top of the map here, so I'm gonna move
Yeah,
up
let's
here.
let's
If
have
that's
a look at
okay.
what you're up to.
Let's have a look. A little bit of a butchers. Right,
So
so
the lads are moving.
the archers without not fletching, which is pretty poor. I should have fletching by now. But if you have a quick look at my map, it is so nicely walled for a feudal map.
Yeah, you're safe.
I am safe.
You're safe from harm.
Yeah. That wolf chasing my archers, can you see it? It's dead now.
He stop until he gets his lunch. Oh no, he's dead. So
And
you're
here
moving
I
in
come to harass that gold.
just as he's putting up his stable as well. So is he going for what's he going for? Do you think a
He's
fast
fast
cast
castling, I
and
think.
knights?
Yeah, the three
Yeah,
on
he's on his way up.
3 villages on gold is the classic fast castle. So I know he's fast castled because I've managed
But
to
you've
scout
denied that stable.
But I've denied the stable, which is nice.
Killed a villager. Poked him to death with your spear.
And I've knocked the villagers off gold as well, which is useful.
Yeah, that's really important. Again, like both of our opponents in this game had front gold, which was we both saw and we both knew we had to take advantage of it. Like we knew, like that's just such a bonus for us that we had to take advantage of it. So that's what you've done there, and that's what I've done as well. Pushed him off as he's going up to castle. That's always going to hurt.
Fair play to Green though, he's been pretty quick. He's got this.
He's got an archery range coming up.
He's got the archer range coming up and he's got the tower up really quickly. And he
And
has
he's-
clicked
yeah.
up. So at this point he's thinking, well, I'm not too worried. Because
Yeah,
his
I mean,
eco is
he-
pretty protected.
He's obviously now just looking to defend. I mean, you've done a good thing in that you've got him to defend rather than carry on with getting knights out and attacking, because he's abandoned that stable. He's getting skirms out, I imagine, and
Yeah.
he's had to build a tower. But don't the Byzantines get cheaper skirmishers and cheaper
do.
towers?
Yeah, they get cheaper spears and skirmishes. Cheaper trash, basically. If we look down at the bottom of the map here, you've spotted the deer and you're harassing the villagers with your village.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I just saw an opportunity and I was like, right, I don't know where my scouts are
You
at
should
this
have
point.
walled them up. That's what you should have done.
Yeah, I should have walled them up. Really, that would have been hilarious. But I guess I wanted to stop them taking the deer in the first place.
You've also towered that nice wood spot that he had.
Yeah, to be honest, I could have maybe brought it round so it was covering that gold as well.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed at the time. But yeah, I'm just about to take out a villager with my villagers. It's just like,
We look at his eco. So he's on 34 villages. So he's not doing. Look at all the gold he's got saved up. and all the food.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know what
mental.
that's about. I'm like, I'm not too sure what he's doing here. I mean, he can't take gold. Well, he's got 2 gold patches at the back, but he's not taken any yet. So I'm not really too sure what his plan is.
I think he wants the castle, but he's not got enough buildings.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, yeah, I'm just harassing him a bit. Really, I'm being pretty sloppy with it, but what can you expect? Those villagers, they took their victim down. I killed one villager on that deer, but now he's got a deer rotting away, and he's got one deer that he didn't even get to take. So I guess I did my job there. But yeah, I'm just at this point. I'm looking to get to castle. That barracks is going up. Putting
Yeah.
up another stable. I always put up a market as well, even though I don't necessarily need to, just so I can balance my eco if I need to.
But villager idle time is the thing that no one thinks about.
Yeah, it's so important.
Oh, can we just have a look at the top of the map here? Moving in with a spear, and I'm trying to wall up this gold.
Yeah, I can see your palisade has just gone down.
If you look at my fog of war, I can sort of see what's going on. He's got a few, he's got a knight or two out, but I'm going to try and tower that gold and wall it. Basically, we're being lame, but who cares?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've pushed him off, and I don't know, you're just kind of using your advantage, really. You're
Yeah.
doing everything. We're just doing everything we can to stop them from taking their gold.
Exactly, we've taken the initiative. I may be in feudal and he's in castle, but that's fine because we've got the initiative.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, you've just got that tower up. You're
My-
walling the tower up as well. Your eco's looking good.
My eco's looking nicely walled. Let's have a look at your eco. Again, decent. It's always, important. I think we're getting better at looking after our eco at home. We've got a lot of villages and gold. That isn't very efficient. You need another.
Yeah, I'll get another mining camp up.
Yeah. But you are nearly up to castle, which is good.
I think I was a bit late to start mining gold. I just
So you just chucked villagers on
that's
gold,
always
basically.
handy. Yeah, I want to get so I can start pumping knights out. I guess at this point upgrades are important because he has got spears out, which obviously knights can just wreck spears, but with no upgrades, it's like you're just taking unnecessary damage really.
Yeah, upgrades are definitely important, especially with Mongols with bloodlines. Or what are we pinging? Oh, I'm pinging green, because at this point I was like, if we can harass green more here, then he's going to be in big trouble. Because green, all he's got to defend himself is a knight and some spears.
I think at this point I took a look at the scores and I thought I've got knights. How shall I use them?
Yeah,
And I knew that Orange had spears, so I just thought, and he
which
had
is
quite a
always
low score.
important. How you're going to use. You want to use your units that you're raiding with. Well, you want to use them effectively. There's no
Yeah.
point if you can seriously damage another player, then you may as well go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of guessed that, although I wanted to go for green just to kind of push your advantage because you haven't been kind of booming at all. You've just been really aggressive the whole game.
Yes.
So I wanted to use the advantage that I'd boomed a bit to kind of mess green up a bit too. So I decided to push in there. But yeah,
I've got a lot
so at the
of
same
archers
time,
out.
I was conscious. I've learned this lesson many times before that even when a Goths player seems like they're down and out, like at this point, I've kind of I slowed him down a lot. He's 500 points behind the rest of us,
Yeah.
but he is Goths, and if he gets out of this kind of little sticky situation and booms up a bit,
Yeah.
I'm in big trouble.
Absolutely.
But for now, I'm just sending 4 knights over to green.
So I'm putting some towers down as well. I'll be honest. At this point, I'm basically just thinking, how can I keep him away from that gold and can box him in?
Yeah. I mean, at this point as well, he's got a nice town centre at the back of his base, which is allowing him to take gold and stone.
Which I hadn't scouted. If I
Yeah, maybe if I'd scouted that, I could have gone in with knights there just to kind of. Obviously, I'm not going to take that town centre down with 4 unupgraded knights, but at least I can just slow him down a bit.
Yeah. So we can see your knights moving across the map now. That's
I
good.
think at this point, if you watch my nights, I didn't have cartography. I just kind of guessed where green was because you pinged ages ago, and you watch me now. I just run straight past his
I think you
base.
can almost see in the chat me go, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Yeah,
which is quite funny.
you're like, where are you going? Like,
What are you
I'm just,
doing?
I'm
I
just
think I
running
actually
past your
say, "What
base
are you
now.
doing?" I'm waiting for it now because you run past me.
Yeah.
Uh, good times.
So at this point, he's got a few knights, but he's mostly got skirms for
Yeah.
your archers. So I
Which
mean,
knights versus skirms isn't fair. That's, you know, his skirms will be absolutely destroyed by the knights, which is good.
exactly, Jeff. Um, so yeah, my knights are just running in the opposite direction of everything at the moment.
I like the way the only thing you're doing is harassing my villager.
Yeah, I'll just dip it
He has
now, but
walled
now,
off pretty well here, to be fair to him. Although I think he's left a gap, has he?
yeah, there's a gap
Oh,
between us, which is allowed
oh!
to sneak in.
If he hadn't left that gap, those knights would have been completely ineffective. You could get a couple of villager picks. No.
This was a really bad engagement for me because I didn't know how much he had. I mean, he's got at this point he's got one, two, three, four knights, which is I've got four knights as well. He's got no upgrades. I've got no upgrades, but he's got a tower as well.
He's got upgrades on those skirms, but none on the knights.
And you'll notice that classic Age of Empires unit pathing here. So look, I realise, okay, maybe I'm not going to take this fight and start away. So I run away,
And then you
but
run
then
back through.
yeah, but then look what it is. You put down a palisade wall by your tower,
Yeah.
and as soon as you start to build it, I think the unit pathing in the game just sends me back through
I
because
didn't realise that.
there, look, my knights are just turned around and they get absolutely creamed.
Oh wow! Yeah, but look at all these idle villagers. Like he's not taking wood at this point.
Yeah,
Let's have a look at his economy. So he's currently on 61 population, 16 of which is military. Yeah.
yeah. Oh god, I'm just watching my knights get slaughtered. This is
But you are getting a couple of villager picks, but they're so inactive. We look at my population. I'm on 58, but I've got no inactive villagers. And
yeah.
blimey, that's a lot of military. I've gone for a lot of spears at home, which I probably could have made better use of. But 27 of mine's
You're
military.
doing really well for population at the moment. Well, you and Iceman are kind of above me in
You're 42,
orange.
but then you've put a lot of food into knights and upgrades.
Yeah,
You finally got that TC, second TC out, which is
yeah,
good.
that's coming up on the gold. So yeah, you're just. So you got your siege workshop coming up now as well.
Yep.
You're really just
Got
trying to
the
up the pressure.
upgrades on those crossbowmen. Bodkin will be around for me soon. I always like to get Bodkin quite early.
Yeah, you got some load of pikemen coming in from your base now as well.
And
In response
I
to
will
those-
be upgrading them to spears pretty soon. Those are the two things: spears and bodkin. Or
I've got
pikes and
my
bodkin, and then
I've got my third town centre coming up now as well. I'm just at this point, I've realised that I've kind of, although if you look at the scores, Orange has really caught up again, and like I was saying before, look, he's got siege out and he's starting to take down my tower.
Where's your third? Oh, yeah, got your third town centre.
If you look at Orange's base, he's got spears out. He's got men at arms for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but why not? But he's got a siege workshop up, and he wants to take his gold back. He wants to get his wood line back, so he's taking down that tower. And at this point, I was trying to boom, but I realised I've got to do something because
Oh, he's taken out that. Yeah, he's taken the tower, hasn't he?
he's taking the tower, and he'll shortly after he'll move on to that palisade. So I'm sitting here thinking, I need to do something.
I was thinking, wow, upgrades are going to come on these men at arms soon, and then pikemen come out. So, God knows.
I'm not too sure really what he's going for, but yeah. So at this point, he's sending pikemen. If you'll notice, he's sending pikemen to Green's base,
Yeah, because
and you have a big army of crossbows.
yeah, fairly
Not
big
the
army.
wisest decision. So basically, he's just sending meat into the meat grinder.
Yeah. At this
Like
point,
they're
yeah,
just not going to last long.
I mean, I'm thinking, I just want to try and harass Green as much as possible, not give him any breathing space. I'm not sure if I know that he's taking gold. well, they're
Yeah,
there,
that's the one thing. He's got that golden
but
stone.
actually he's got a pretty nice eco. 73 population, he's doing quite nicely for himself. He was a good player, to be fair.
Yeah, got to give him that.
So, if I just look here, can I just point out, why on earth didn't you put a town centre on your wood sooner? Or slash at all at the moment?
On my main wood line.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure really. I just didn't feel like I was under any threat at all.
Okay, but now you've
So-
got a nice town centre coming up there.
And look,
So 40,
you'll
so-
notice this night rush coming into his wood line, to Orange's wood line. I don't know if I'm a bit ahead
Yeah,
of you.
nope, you're there. It's just about to come in now.
So bear in mind, Orange has just sent about 12 pikes to Green's base for no reason, and a shitload of knights
And
running
that
to his
shows
base.
you, keep your, mate, it's all well and good having military, but you need to be doing something good with it. If he brought those pikes and those men-at-arms forward, he might even push you away a bit. Because you think, oh shit, pikes, run. See? Exactly what's happened. Oh, pikes! I'm gonna run away.
I'm gonna
By
run
that
away.
point,
Exactly.
you've picked off 1, 2, 3, 4 villagers at least.
Yeah, I got a good few villagers, and I think now I send them to Green's base because I
Yeah.
see those pikes.
If we look at Green's base, he's got
He's
elite
got a lot of
skirms. I
skirms.
don't
He's got a lot
want
of
any of that, so I'm gonna not engage.
So yeah, at this point, I thought there's no point in me fighting pikemen. There's some skirms that need a slap down, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there. Yeah, at this point in the chat, you're saying Orange is here. What the fuck? And Orange, he's not just there. He's just not doing anything. Like his pikes are just sitting there.
I don't think I've got the chat.
You're missing out on some gold. Might be a good thing though.
Yeah.
So now I come into that town centre where he's taking stone and
I'm
gold.
pretty upset at myself that I've not got Bodkin at this point.
You lose a mangonel as well to those knights, but your pikes are there to wreck the knights.
Yeah, I will take 1 mangonel for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knights, is that?
Yeah. And then I come in, and this could have been a bad engagement for you, but luckily, with those skirms on your archers, but luckily,
Yeah, you come in and...
you told me to stop attacking the town centre and attack the skirms instead.
See,
which is
I've
what-
not got the chat here, that's pretty... I'll tell you why. Because I was highlighted on another player, I wonder if that's why.
Yeah, you need to have it highlighted on you to get the chat. So yeah, I kind of screwed over those skirms, and now I'm getting a few villager picks, just
Yeah.
generally disrupting his eco. But at the same time, like I know I've got to do something about Orange. He's at the moment he's taking down his the palisade around his gold,
Yeah.
around his main gold, and I know I can't let him take that back.
No, that's
So-
right. A Goths player, you just know, they're never out until they're out.
Yeah. Just looking around my town centres now, like because I used to be really bad at keeping them all working, but one of them's researching wheelbarrow, the other 3 are all got a few vills queued up, so
Let's have a
it's
look.
not too bad.
Vils.
That's one thing. So it's like when you first start playing Age of Empires Online, you do kind of skim over the
You
economy a
should get
bit.
wheelbarrow sooner, sorry.
Yeah, I need to get it sooner, but you kind of you don't realise how much difference it makes if you really focus on making sure that your economy is like your town centres are always producing villages.
Yeah. I've only got... It's interesting, because I have gone all-out aggression here. I'm being so aggressive. And I'm not really getting that far. It's interesting to see. At the time, I really thought I was getting far.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
And I was being very, very aggressive. But I only had 2 town centres.
yeah, and yeah, I mean, Green he's on 3 town centres.
You're
He's
on
taking a lot.
4.
He's
well.
putting up a castle that's kind of protecting the back of his
That's
eco.
a good defensive castle, that is. That
Yeah,
is
that's
a
a
good
good defensive
position.
castle.
That is going to push my push right back.
And at this point, you'll notice I'm taking a lot of stone on that town centre at the very bottom of my base. I'm taking a lot of stone, and my plan is to drop a castle on that gold
Okay.
because I've realised I've just got to stop him from
Gold
taking
at the bottom of Green's base.
No, the gold.
Oh,
the
of
Orange's main gold. Yeah,
Orange's main gold. Okay, I understand. Yes. Yeah. But Orange isn't really up to that much right now.
No, he's not. I mean, his economy's been a bit stop and start, really. Like, but one thing I noticed, he's on 74 population. I think he's got more than me. Yeah, he's got more population than me.
Yeah.
He's got more population than you. He's got the highest population at this point. Orange has.
He must be like a second behind, but yeah. Oh, second in front because he's on 73 on mine. But
Yeah, I'll just pause for a second. But yeah, he's actually
you good, go.
he's in the lead. He's got,
Yeah.
but I guess he's got quite a lot of pikes, some man at arms which aren't really doing anything. So a lot of his population is just army that isn't being used. Unupgraded
Yeah.
pikes.
He's got 35 infantry units.
Yeah, there we go then. And how many do I have at this point?
You have
I've got 4 idle villages. Oh dear.
7 ranged units, apparently.
In the chat just now, you've just said, right, this is going to go imp, isn't it?
You just know at this point that
we
I'm
generally are between, like, we are stronger in feudal. We're good at getting to feudal quickly. And I think we win games in imp, but between us, we're stronger in feudal. So when a game like this happens, it kind of, I don't know, we don't worry a bit, but it's just like a bit like, oh, for God's sake, here we go. Imperial.
Absolutely. It's interesting to see Orange building barracks in green space.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I notice. It's like he seems to think that he's safe, like his economy's safe, and that. But what are barracks actually going to achieve? You're obviously going archers, and you're a few pikes because of the cavalry.
What I mind, if a Mines player isn't going archers, then you
Oh
may
yeah,
as well
good
go
point.
home
What are they
and
actually
not
going?
bother
Yeah.
playing. Like, what am I going to go for? Like spearmen.
Yeah, mass,
Finally
that classic
got
strat.
more TCs up, so I've got 4 now.
But one thing I'll say about Orange is he's cleared a lot of that palisade with his siege workshop, with his battering ram, sorry, and he needs to really actively be like, right, how am I going to defend this? Because it's really far forward. But
Yeah.
he's not. He's just sitting there, kind of. At this point, you watch I thought I'd send some archers in because I knew he had a lot of pikes, and I wanted to send some more knights
Yeah, I'm
in.
watching you just massacre his stuff. And if we look at your economy, you can just tell
How's your
that
economy looking at the
saving
moment?
up
You got one.
You can just tell that you're saving up for a castle.
Yeah. What we have to make sure we watch when my castle goes in because something tragic happens.
Okay.
And like,
I've just seen a load of your archers die. That's quite tragic.
yeah,
To men at arms.
I'm not really too sure what I was planning on there, but I think I just wanted to get into his wood line
Yeah.
and just harass a bit.
Bodkin would have made such a big difference.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like, and you had the resources for it as well.
Yeah, I know, it's a shame. For some reason I have 3 archery ranges. One of them was a misclick because I remember being like, why have I done this? Because I was going to get some. I think I put 2 of them up and I realised that I'm actually playing a Goths player, so probably best not to go for
Full archers.
any archers at
But
all.
when he's making men at arms and pikemen,
Yeah.
then you're more like.
Yeah, I
archers
think
is
maybe that was
perfectly
my
sensible.
logic at the time. So at this point, you're starting to think of clicking up.
I'm also pushing into green space a bit more, if you noticed.
Yeah, you've got that kind of not a ball of death, but just kind of a
I've got chat now. My eco is okay,
yeah.
so that's good.
Okay,
just
so
reporting good eco.
I'm on the time I'm on is 37:29, and I'm just starting to send my villagers over.
Okay, I'm on 37:10 when you said that. So did you want
Okay,
to pause for?
I'll pause for a few seconds. But when it gets to 37:29, tell me because we need to watch what happens with the castle I try and drop. Seriously, get a tissue because you're probably gonna cry. That's all I'm
Okay,
gonna say.
go.
I should go. Okay.
Ah, you lost
Right, you
audio
see the
for a
villagers
second
walking
there.
over?
You lost audio for like a second.
Can you?
So-
Okay.
I can see your villagers walking over.
Can you see
so-
the villagers walking over?
Yeah. Did you shed a
So,
tear?
right,
at
here's
this
me. I'm
moment?
going in. I'm thinking. Not just yet, but I'm moving in. I'm thinking, right, this is it. Big moment. I've just saved up all of that stone for a castle. I'm going to drop that castle, moving in some knights, moving in some archers. This is it. This is it. This is the push. It's really going to screw him over. I just want to get my army in there first, just so no one can attack my villages. But yeah, I don't know what I'm waiting for. They're all just kind of standing around. Yeah, here we go. Castle's coming in. The castle's dropped. But look, there's a battering ram. There is a battering ram. Look what happened. No.
Please.
No.
Please. No. That did not happen.
It happened.
Oh my God, Dan. That. Oh, what a hit, son.
I've like, oh, what, like, and that's a bad miss. But like, I'm just anyone watching this. I'm glad that this has happened because I want to raise awareness for this kind of problem because it's real. It can happen to the best of us.
They're gonna start a charity concert for you now.
Yeah, I know. Like, fucking Lenny Henry's gonna show up at my house doing a fucking charity appeal.
I love how you just brought the stone back. Like, let's go again.
I was just like, right, I've walked all the way over here. I'm not leaving without putting up a castle. But my justification for it was if I put this castle down, I can mine his gold and I can mine his stone, so I'll probably earn it back. But sorry, I just wanted to I just thought we had to focus on that because
that is hilarious.
It was really tragic.
That is brilliant. Right, so I'm pushing in on green a bit now.
Yeah, green's just starting to put up a castle as well.
Because he's worried because I've taken down quite a few buildings.
But this is a really smart move from green because the castle, can you see the castle he's putting up by his town centre? So that's going up, that's going to take out that tower, that's going to take out that palisade on that gold.
Yeah, he's going to have that gold back now. Especially as he has got upgrades on his archers. Although I am going to come in for a cheeky, let's swipe some villagers off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. The mangonel's coming in. This could be huge. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you killed your own pike. Classic stuff.
That's a bad miss.
That's a bad miss. Oh, the cataphracts are coming in now as well. Oh right, I watched this back yesterday, and I realised this was such a huge risk for green because if this little push here doesn't get him that gold back, he's mined all of his gold.
Yeah.
Look at right at the back of his base, not that town centre, even further back than that. He's got 2 squares of gold. If he doesn't push you back here and reclaim his main gold, he's got no gold, basically.
No, it's true.
And his teammates got no gold. So like,
I just love when you get all the skirms in unison firing. It just looks amazing.
Yeah, it is good. Well done, Microsoft.
Well done. There's something you didn't mess up.
So I've just clicked up. I've just dropped a castle on his main gold, and I've just clicked up.
Oh, I didn't see this castle going up. Lovely. You didn't ram that one down. Oh my goodness.
That is a castle to end all castles, really. I mean, gold, main gold, and stone. And now, just to be a dick, I'm going to start mining his gold.
Also, it's on a hill as well.
It's on a hill. It's just classic stuff. And he actually tries to move his mangonels in to kind of take out my villagers, but obviously my castle just takes care of him. I've pushed him off his wood line as well.
Yep, I've just seen that.
So I'm
he's
having a good
putting
time.
a university up, so he's thinking of clicking up.
Look at his eco at this point. He's got 1,400 food, 1,400 gold, 800 wood.
And he can't click up.
And he's just put up a castle, or he's just put up a university, because he obviously can't click up.
Yeah.
Which is tragic for him. I'm up way before him. I'm going to start getting those trebs out. I lose quite a few archers here. You see that huge mangonel shot?
What a hit, son!
That was tragic. That was tragic. But at this point, the way I see it is, I've got my foothold in his base. Like, that was a bad engagement, but it's not the end of the world.
No.
No, there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time.
1 HP.
I know, that's just tragic. I was kind of, at that time, I was tempted just to run a villager in again, just to go and punch it, just to watch it fall apart.
The villager thinks they're like some Superman.
It'll be the same villager that was attacking his deer gatherers earlier. just a leery bastard. He's just like,
wow.
He's been down the pub all afternoon. He just wants to go and knock someone out.
He's had a few wife beaters now.
He thinks the mangonel's looking at him funny. He's going to go and punch it. But yeah, I think you said in the chat a minute ago that Green has got his gold back and he's sending some saboteur petards forward to down that palisade, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, he's at this point in the game, you're starting to get a bit worried because he's knocking your forward back, and he's going to get his goal back, and he's
But
Byzantines.
I have clicked up, and my, eco's quite nice. I've walled off a bit, getting another town centre up.
Yeah, it's just always a bit worrying when you lose your forward.
And now, as you can see at this point, I am building some barracks in the top of my base. A lot of barracks.
I'm literally doing the exact same thing as you at this moment in time as well. Like right outside his base, I'm just putting up a load of barracks.
And you're thinking he's Goths, I'm making men at arms or making
Yeah, I want to
swordsmen.
go into champions. I'm not going to make Mangadai. I may as well just attack with villagers if I'm going to attack with Mangadai.
I don't know, Mangadai aren't as bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially if you get Parthian tactics and you get all the upgrades, then they're okay. But the problem is with Goths, as we know, their infantry is really cheap and they can mass Huskars.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to let him get to that point. There's not really much you can do against a fully boomed Goth
But
player.
another thing I would say is, if you scouted his base, you should have seen that he's not built a castle, so he
Yeah.
can't have Huskars.
Yeah. I just didn't know at this point.
Yeah.
I had scouted his base, but I thought he must have put up a castle by now. But obviously I was wrong.
See, that's where scouting comes into.
Yeah, I should have done a bit more scouting. But he's going for a weird combination of long swordsmen, mangonels, and pikemen. So obviously I'm just thinking, right, champions. And I've put up how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barracks literally
Yeah.
outside his base. So I'm in a good position.
And I have
You're-
put up 1, 2, 3,
You're
4,
not in a
5.
good position.
I'm
in
not in a
terms of-
terrible position.
Yeah, it's
because
not
my base
terrible.
this is like good walling, I think.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna do
You're
well.
you're safe. I mean, to be honest, you're not in a defensive position. You're in a attack. You're still in an attacking position because you're still looking to attack. You're not defending your
hasn't
base.
pushed well at all here. He should have tried to push into my base. Instead, he's trying to sort of turtle his way up to Imp.
Yeah.
And I think he wants to go Elite Cataphracts, which anyone does because they're amazing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Really, it's like knocking your opponent's forward back is all well and good. Destroying their houses that they've got outside your base, great. I mean, if that does it for you, then go for it. But you really like sometimes, most of the time, when one thing I've learned from watching some pro players is that even if you're being attacked or you've just pushed a forward back, rather than fucking around destroying the houses that are outside your base, you just run straight to their eco. Just get,
Yeah.
even if you're being raided and you've got units to spare, just go to their eco.
Yeah, go cause
They're not
damage.
expecting it.
Right, so if we look in Orange's base here at the top, you've got a Treb coming in, which has been obliterated pretty much. The pikemen are having a good go,
Yeah, the pikemen are having a good go.
but
And,
they've died because you've
yeah.
got two-handed swordsmen who look so awesome.
Yeah, they're
They
my
are the
one
best
favorite.
looking infantry. in the
Sometimes
game.
I don't actually want to upgrade them because
No,
they just
because
look.
they look so
I've
cool.
got another trebuchet coming out as well. I think I actually lose this trebuchet to the mangonel that's coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's on fire. It's on fire. How much HP is it on? It's on 2 HP. My trebuchet
You
is on
must
2
be
HP.
slightly behind me because it's died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I went to repair it and I didn't get there in time. But
I'll
at this
pause
point,
for a couple of seconds.
no, it's alright. I think I'm catching up with you anyway. So now my second trebuchet's just setting up,
Yeah.
and you'll notice that Orange is putting up a couple of siege workshops to try and fend this off.
Yep.
They're actually trading quite a lot, or they're just starting to trade now.
And
Because-
Cataphracts coming in, so Orange is getting worried.
Oh yeah,
And this-
I remember this. Yeah, the cataphracts came over. I actually got a bit worried when these cataphracts came in because I thought I was going to lose my forward.
Can I just speak about what I'm doing for a second? So
Yeah, go for it.
I'm upgrading. I've got Elite Eagle Warriors and the
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
yeah, you're getting a
remember
lot of
what
them
the specialist research is called. El Dorado. There we go. So I'm going to go
Eldorado.
Eagles basically. I'm going to go Eagles and Helbs. I've decided at this point. Helb it is Eagles. Destroy the skirmishes and the cataphracts. Basically, there's Aztec Eagles are so tanky. I think they're not Aztec, sorry, Mayan. They're better than the Aztec ones because they've got more HP. They do slightly less damage, but they've got so much HP from that El Dorado. And
Yeah, it's a nice little boost.
I'll go cause havoc.
You actually saved my bacon a bit here because if you look at Orange's base, I'm getting a bit wrecked.
Yeah, you are
Like,
getting a
my
bit destroyed.
trebuchet's been destroyed. But as soon as your eagles come in, all of those cataphracts run back to Green's base. So, like, luckily, he
Just
kind of
look at
left
them,
me
got
alone.
100 hit points, right? Plus the armor on them. And they do 9
Yeah.
damage. Well, they do 10 damage because I've got the upgrade. I'm getting more upgrades as we speak. But look at these. These skirmishers are just melting.
They are melting.
You're a bit worried though. But then he's
Yeah.
running back.
Yeah, he starts to run back. Because
I-
don't cataphracts have a bonus against infantry, don't they? Or they do like trample damage if you get
Yes.
a certain upgrade.
If he has the upgrade. See, they're only normal cataphracts at this point, so I'm thinking, sod it. We'll push. I'll take this engagement because I've got more running in and a lot of pikes. And cataphracts cost a lot of food and a lot of gold.
Yeah,
60
they're
food,
expensive.
70 gold I think. Might be even more than that. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look while this game is playing. How much?
I just love how your palisade is still up. There's like, it's not completely gone.
Yeah. Can I just ask what time you're on?
I'm on 48.50.
Okay, I'm about 10 seconds behind because
Okay,
I
I'll
went
pause for a
into
bit.
the tech tree.
Okay, so yeah, basically at this point, I mean, it's looking good for us, really.
Yeah, I'm there. You can resume.
It's looking good for us. I mean, I've got a grip on orange, and I'm just going to keep pushing in. You're starting to, you're just putting up a castle now, aren't you, to take out that gold again?
Yeah. And I've got so many eagles coming in that you can't get anywhere near me. He's trying that. Look at that. He's trying the battering ram cheese on me again, like he did to you.
Oh god, yeah, that was tragic. That was heartbreaking.
Like, oh my goodness, there should be a plaque to that castle.
Like, that's never happened to me before. It's one of those things you just don't think it's ever going to happen to you.
That may actually be one of the top Age of Empires fails I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's got to be up there. Seriously, if I might actually put that clip forward for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, the game is looking really good for us. I mean, I'm just massing. I'm out massing him. I'm doing the most massing of infantry, and I'm against a Goths player. So that.
Well, just look at the amount of eagles I've got coming in. Like, you can just see them streaming across.
Yeah.
And our pikes.
There is just a river of eagles streaming across the map into his base.
Good, isn't it?
It is
And
good.
they've got the upgrades. Oh. And I've got pikes and soon halberdiers on the way. I'll have a look actually to see if I've got halberdier. Researching. Yep, halberdier is on 72%. So that'll be there soon too. I'm pretty confident at this point, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of a shaky moment because this guy's a good player, and like we said earlier on in the game, there's like a lot of pride at stake in this game because there's a bit of like ongoing beef.
Your Rams have completely taken out that town centre. I missed that altogether. Now you've got
Oh
champions
yeah,
coming in.
but obviously being Mongols, like nothing. Like my favourite thing about Age of Empires is just this upgrade on Mongol siege that makes them quicker.
The special technology they have, just you can just run in and destroy things before they even know what their name is. Like,
At this point, I think I'll have a look at my vision again. I've got 3 siege workshops. I haven't got all the rams queued up yet, but at some point in this game, I've literally got like 10 rams queued up at each siege workshop, and they're just constantly coming out. And if you notice here as well, I've taken out Orange's town centre, and I just thought, fuck it. I just put a castle where the town centre once stood.
yeah, just to secure that area. Well, if we look up here, well, that is a horrible place to put a castle, and he still won't take that gold up to the north of his base. I'll take it he has scouted it.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
he must have done.
before? No, he's not. Oh my goodness. He's not scouted that gold. And all he can see is a river of halberdiers and eagles at this point. And he doesn't want any of that. So I've taken off his main gold. And Byzantines, elite cataphracts, you know, one of the most gold intensive things just on AoE, civs, units to go for. And he is out of gold.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him.
I mean, what do you do in this situation? Well, you find more gold.
It just must be so frustrating because all of that gold is just sitting there,
Well,
and
as
you can't
well,
take it.
he can see. Well, if he just scouted there, he'd see his other gold up the top, and he'd be able to take it. But he's not scouted that gold there. That I've towered.
They're starting to trade with each other at the back,
Yeah,
but it's
late.
like their markets are so close together.
Yeah.
Each trade gives them 10 gold, like each. So it's just like it's almost pointless. You could have put it so much further back.
Right, here we go. Treb's in now, and he can't get anywhere near these trebuchets because I have halberdier and eagles. Although I should be using stand ground there, and I don't know why I'm not.
I think you just get to this point in the game where it's like it's over.
It's been a pretty intense game, and we're thinking it must be near GG. Green is going to have to do something pretty spectacular to get out of this situation. Maybe he could try scouting properly, or not going for the most expensive unit, or one of the most expensive units in the game. But at this point, he's stuck. And I really feel that I played it well, being aggressive, denying access to this gold, even if I wasn't necessarily making inroads into his base. For a large portion of the
You're
game,
just neglecting them.
I
just realised that gold you were talking about that he hasn't scouted.
Yeah.
That is tragic. Like you can't. That's literally right on the edge of his
That
field.
is like a game changer right there.
Yeah, that is. So he's completely out of gold.
Yeah.
He's completely out of ideas.
Out of gold, out of ideas. Watch my eagles as well snipe his trebs.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Lovely.
That's
Bye. See you
lovely
later.
stuff.
And
Lovely
we can run
stuff.
back out again. Bye.
I mean, to quote a hero of mine, Ian Bill, he's got nothing left.
In fact, he would probably cry like Ianville. I've
Where's
got
Phil-
nothing
where's-
left.
Where's Phil Mitchell? Because I think this guy needs a shoulder to cry on.
Indeed.
At this
In
point,
fact,
I've
I am
literally.
playing the part of Bobby Beale here, and
Yeah,
I
you
am
are.
leaving him with nothing left because I'm killing Lucy.
Oh no! For another analogy, if you're Bobby Bill, I think Green is Lucy Bill.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There
It's
we
nice
go.
and topical. Nice and topical.
And in
If
fact,
you look at
because
Orange's
you took
base,
out Orange, that makes you Jane, I believe. Because you're hiding the
I've just
body.
put up. I've just put up my third castle in Orange's base. I think at this point I'm just kind of not really taking it
All
seriously.
it up his market.
I'm
It's
walling up his
GG. He knows Green knows he can't get through that. You've rubbed it in a bit there. And then Green knows that he can't get out of this. He's not got the gold. He can't get near his gold. I'm just standing ground going, come on, come and take the gold. I know
Yeah.
you. And I
Come
know
at me.
as well he's
Come
not
at me,
taking
bro.
that other gold at the top there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
I think
well, where's he
this
getting
is
gold
quite
from?
this is quite satisfying at this point because I'm doing some classic meta champion raiding. And that I'm attacking their trade cards with champions. I mean, you see all the
Well,
pros doing that, really.
As a great man once said, the metagame is simply not apply when you're playing AoE 2HD.
Yeah, that is very true. It does not apply. It does not apply at all. But yeah, at this point, I think this is when I really start queuing up the rams. Yeah, I've got so many rams queued up. Look at that. I've got so many of them heading to Green's base. It's over.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I've never seen someone had to micro rams before.
Yeah,
They're so fast. They're like faster than infantry.
pretty much.
Trade for you.
It would be quicker for me to put the champions in the rams as like a taxi
You should have done.
rather than just
No,
walk the
seriously,
champions
you should have
to.
done an intro. Oh, do you want to see someone lose a load of cataphracts? 'Cause if so,
I'm watching it right now.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a hit, son. Oh,
So
yeah,
at this
done.
point, it's over.
He's resigned.
Yeah, he's resigned. They've both resigned. Game over. So yeah, I think. Yeah, watching it back, there's things we did well. There's things we did horribly wrong. Like, it's good to watch it back just to kind of see where we went wrong.
I think our economies did
Don't
well.
forget. Yeah, our
Um,
economies as well.
We kept them going. I'm just going through our economies. Pretty big. You could have looked after your wood a bit more, but I think a lot of players, especially
No, it's not the first time I've heard that.
our level, they neglect their economy right towards the end of Imp. Um,
Yeah.
and it's a pretty intense game it was. I think that we were both aggressive. We both saw the maps, and the maps played an important part in that game. So we saw the forward golds, we saw wood forward, and we thought, we're gonna stop them getting access to them, or at least harass them.
Yeah.
Which
Pretty much.
ultimately, it came down to green couldn't make cataphracts or any unit with gold because he didn't have the
Yeah.
gold. He didn't scout, but he also didn't have access. I think the same with Orange was that not only did he not have enough gold, but because you were harassing him as well, he just couldn't catch up with his economy.
Yeah. Once you kind of slowed him down in feudal, it's going to take a lot for him to kind of catch up. And all he did, I don't think we actually saw it, but he did chuck a few knights at me, and all he did was just run them under my town centre. I had a few pikes lying around
Yeah.
just in case that happened, and he couldn't really catch up, so he was kind of out of it to begin with.
But also, I can just say how nice my wall up is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm not getting raided.
no,
with that.
you're not getting raided. You're certainly not getting raided. But yeah, overall, I think it was a not bad game, and it was satisfying to beat Green because
He was
There was-
a bit
there
of a
was-
bellend.
there was tension growing. But yeah,
Right, well, I think that's it for that. I'll show you the achievements, and then
let's have a cheeky look.
let's have a cheeky look, shall we? Do, 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 do. You killed a lot of units.
I did kill a lot of units. Lost 96. We were about the same with losses. I raised 40 buildings.
The demolition squad there. Again, economies were quite similar, although you got more wood. But I got a lot of stone. That's interesting. Why I mined a lot of stone.
You minded loss of stone, indeed. Yeah, my eco is pretty strong.
Your feudal time's pretty nice.
Yeah, 1031. Yeah, it's not bad.
Mongols, that bonus. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering Green was trying to fast castle, that's not the best fast castle time I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. What's that all about? Or maybe he was trying to fast imp.
Well, I
Is that-
harassed him, didn't I, quite a
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
And I think
Oh no,
that
he was
made a
obviously
difference.
going for knights because he put up that stable as he was going up. So yeah.
A villager high, perfect for Arabia, 200 pop, around
Yeah.
100.
But yeah, I mean we're both pretty spot on.
Yeah. And if you look at the timeline, you can tell when I start creating Eagle Warriors,
Yeah.
pretty solid, that the Eagles, they create so fast, they're so tanky, and if you haven't got a lot of units to counter them, archers are useless, and I think they're brilliant, which is why I like the Mayans. Right, okay,
Yeah.
well I think that's that.
That's it. That's that for our first commentary. Lovely
Indeed.
stuff.
Interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it wasn't too painful, and there weren't too many technical hitches, so I'm sure we'll try this again soon. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao.